Hey, everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up.
So check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives. Where we hanging out and what we doing, we can't really disclose. It's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. I have been given custody of him. You know, he signed the usher, and we gonna go full crazy.
We want to thank you. Come in. Don't sit on the bed at night. No homo. No, just don't get close to the bed. Don't get close to the bed. But it's just like, yo, we want to thank you for hosting the thing, man. It's been a pleasure. You didn't have to do it, and you did it.
No, I definitely didn't have to do it. I definitely didn't have to. First and foremost, I'm not getting in the bed.
It turns out that the bad boy of the music industry is in fact a very, very bad boy. Sean Combs, aka Diddy, has been arrested on some incredibly disturbing charges. I'm the crime chef, and this is Hell's Kitchen. Throughout his career, Sean Diddy Combs has been known as a wealthy, influential black music mogul. He has broken business barriers, thrown lavish parties, and created iconic TV moments. However, behind the scenes, prosecutors allege a more sinister picture, with accusations of violence, sex trafficking, and severe abuses of power. Combs has dominated the music, television, and fashion industries, amassing a fortune worth hundreds of millions of dollars. As a shrewd music producer, he has produced hip-hop hits under his Bad Boy Records label, which he founded in 1993, establishing himself as a cultural magnate. Combs was at the center of one of rap's most notorious and deadly feuds between the East and West Coasts, culminating in the deaths of Tupac and Notorious B.I.G. He capitalized on hip-hop's shift into mainstream culture at the dawn of a new millennium. His song All About the Benjamins was parodied by Weird Al Yankovic. He famously dated Jennifer Lopez when she made a splash on the red carpet at the 2000 Grammy Awards in an iconic Versace gown. On the surface, Combs presented himself as the fun-loving producer who danced in music videos and the tough business mogul developing fresh talent. However, according to an indictment unsealed Tuesday, prosecutors allege that Combs, now 54, and his associates wielded his power and prestige to orchestrate sexual, emotional, and physical abuse against the people around him. While Combs' explosive temper was an open secret, and rumors long swirled about his sex life, his power and influence, experts say, has shielded him from accountability for years of alleged illegal activity. Combs relied on the employees, resources, and influence of the multifaceted business empire that he led and controlled, creating a criminal enterprise. The members and associates of this enterprise are accused of engaging in various crimes, including sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice, it reads. These allegations reveal not only a gross abuse of personal power, but also highlight a systemic use of networks and employees to perpetuate sexual violence, said Goss Graves, who is also the co-founder of the Time's Up Legal Defense Fund, which provides legal aid to people who have experienced workplace sexual harassment. The indictment listed Combs' security staff, household staff, personal assistants, high-ranking supervisors, and others among the associates, who made up a criminal organization called the Combs Enterprise. Combs and these associates allegedly engaged in forced labor, sexual coercion and trafficking, drug offenses, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and other crimes under Combs' leadership. Since late 2023, and as recently as last week, several women and some men have filed lawsuits against Combs, alleging everything from abuse to sex trafficking. A flood of lawsuits came after Combs' former girlfriend, Cassandra Cassie Ventura, sued him in federal court in November, accusing him of years of physical abuse throughout their 11-year relationship, during which she said he exerted complete control over her. Combs and Ventura were first romantically linked in 2007 and split in 2018. She and Combs settled the lawsuit a day later, but they did not disclose the terms of the settlement. At the time, Combs denied the allegations. Singer Dawn Richard, Combs' producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones, several unnamed women, and a Michigan man have filed lawsuits against Combs, accusing him of various forms of abuse and misconduct. Combs has denied the allegations, and a judge halted a $100 judgment in favor of the Michigan man, Derek Lee Cardello Smith, in order to hold more hearings. Before Ventura's allegations last year, Combs's reputation had remained intact, despite all the accusations, legal troubles, and rumors that trailed him over the last 3 decades. Combs's behavior had long fueled social media chatter among fans and artists, including rivals and those who had worked with him. But the accumulation of assault charges, filmed outbursts, and erratic behavior, capped by Ventura's allegations in November, finally tipped the scales. That it took so long for Combs to face legal repercussions and public rebuke speaks to the power of his celebrity and the image he had maintained since his ascent, said Oronike Odolai, activist and co-founder of the E.G. Mute R. Kelly social media campaign. The music industry is built on exploitation, she said. Behind all of the sensationalism, the drama, and the rumors are actual survivors, people who lived through these experiences. We should keep them in the forefront of our minds. The indictment alleges that Combs threatened people with firearms, offered bribes, and leveraged his money and influence to both control victims and ensure their silence. The culture of silence fostered by Combs' power and celebrity is similar to the protective network that kept singer R. Kelly from being held accountable for his abuse of girls and young women, Odolai said. Kelly was convicted of sexual exploitation and enticement of a minor in 2022. Some of the silence is, I need to be in proximity to this person because they're powerful and they can make or break my career, Odolai said, adding that she believes unhealthy ideas of masculinity have played a role in Combs' alleged behavior. For some men, she said, violence against women, unfortunately, props up your masculinity. How was Combs' bad behavior was excused for so long? Combs quickly rose from an unpaid intern at Uptown Records to a music mogul in just a few years. In the early 90s, he signed renowned artists such as Notorious B.I.G., Craig Mack, Faith Evans, 112, and Mace to his then-fledgling Bad Boy Entertainment label. Initially known as Puff Daddy, he released successful albums, and his artists dominated the charts throughout the 1990s and early 2000s. Combs' roster of rappers and singers offered a unique sound that diverged from the popular gangsta rap, pop, and grunge rock of the time. The music represented a brand of hip-hop that blended different sounds, appealing to diverse demographics without losing authenticity. Over time, Combs expanded his empire to include clothing, fragrances, hit MTV shows, alcohol brands, and more. Despite facing allegations that led to significant financial losses, as of June, Forbes estimated Combs' net worth at $400 million. He became synonymous with wealth and power, and his ever-expanding empire earned him a reputation as a wealthy, business-minded man and a symbol of Black excellence, inspiring many, especially young Black men, with his rags-to-riches story. Combs mentored musical acts on the show with a tough, no-nonsense attitude, whether it was making contestants walk several miles to get him a slice of cheesecake or his verbal altercation with choreographer Laurieann Gibson. Combs solidified his reputation as a prolific but intimidating figure in the industry. In a clip he shared to promote the 2017 documentary about his life, Can't Stop, Won't Stop, A Bad Boy Story, Combs spoke about his go-getter attitude. In the clip, Combs finishes setting up a business deal on the phone before excitedly throwing equipment in his office and yelling, "I'm a savage. Whatever I want, I have to get."
Oh! I'm a savage! Whatever I want, I'm going to get! Whatever I want, I have to get!
We see this and we're like, Diddy has to be demanding. You see him being abusive and terrible. There are so many instances of Diddy telling us some version of this dark stuff publicly, and everybody just ignored it because rappers are expected to use hyperbole to a certain degree, said A.D. Carson, a professor of hip-hop and the Global South at the University of Virginia. So when rappers are talking about their propensity for violence or their propensity for assault, in the name of moguldom, we're like, oh, that's just what it takes. He probably doesn't do that for real. Combs has embraced the concept of aspirational wealth, particularly with his extravagant Labor Day white parties. From 1998 to 2009, Combs' annual party was one of the most sought-after tickets, with guests such as Paris Hilton, Leonardo DiCaprio, Mariah Carey, Jay-Z, and Beyoncé in attendance. Combs stated that he initiated the white party to link hip-hop with affluence and the upper class. "I wanted to strip away everyone's image and put us all in the same color and on the same level," he mentioned in a 2006 interview with Oprah. Rappers often operate with this symbolic value to people. "That's the Diddy phenomenon," Carson stated. Carson also mentioned that Combs' wealth and influence in black culture had made him someone whom black celebrities wanted to associate with, sometimes at the cost of overlooking his alleged misconduct and abuse. Carson said that such power can lead to various outcomes, including people organizing themselves in a way that suggests staying silent is the cost of participation. Despite regularly appearing in photos with celebrities and hosting events, Combs allegedly engaged in violent behavior behind closed doors, including physically assaulting people and bribing witnesses to keep quiet. This recent wave of lawsuits is not the first time Combs' behavior has been questioned. He has faced criticism for allegedly withholding his artist's publishing rights and has been connected to shootings, assault accusations, and abusive sexual behavior. Some of Combs' former artists have accused him of owing them millions of dollars. One of his major collaborators, Mace, has been vocal about Combs' business practices, including retaining Mace's publishing rights. In 2023, Combs announced that he would give bad boy artists and songwriters, including Mace, The Lox, 112, Faith Evans, and other creators, their publishing rights. This was welcome news to many, except Aubrey O'Day, a member of the now disbanded all-girl bad boy group Danity Kane. O'Day said in an interview that in order to receive her publishing rights, she would have to agree to sign a non-disclosure agreement that barred her from making any negative comments about Combs publicly. O'Day has long been critical of Combs and said she was fired from the group in 2008 after refusing to comply with Combs' commands, not talent-wise, but in other areas. "I never thought I would see this day," she told TMZ this week. "We all buried this inside of us in order to be able to keep going. And not just me, but victims you don't even know yet. We are all processing what that type of vindication can actually feel like now."